Hello, Martin here with your property clinic. Yes, make sure that you like this video and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Thank you for being a subscriber if you are one. Tell your friends if you're enjoying this stuff. It's hashtag Ask Martin Monday with questions on a Monday on my Twitter at TV Martin Roberts. Let's get on with the questions. Chatty Northerner, hello. Hi Martin. What impact do you think increased working from home will have on housing design? Will we see more studies and home offices? Do you think more people will move out of large cities? Yes, and yes. So in terms of what the new builders are going to put in, I would have thought that would be a selling feature. They'll probably have the same number of rooms. They'll call one of them a home office when they would have called it a bedroom. Because that's what clever marketing people do. But yes, you are, I also think our buildings, right? Things in the garden, spaces in the garden, posh sheds with insulation and electricity. They seem to be doing a bomb at the moment. You can understand why. It creates you extra space without you having to extend your house. Mrs. Loudav. Hello. How much deposit do you require for a buy-to-let mortgage? Well, normally a little bit more than if you were buying a residential property. So residential, you might be looking at 15%. Buy-to-let is more towards the 20, 25, even 30%. Again, talk to an independent mortgage broker and they will be able to help you. Wendy Clark. Hello, Wendy. What's your favourite joke? Like a lot of people, I'm really rubbish at telling jokes. Although I do have an ambition to be a stand-up comedian, which, given that I'm not very good at telling jokes, is a bit of a hiccup in my plan, do you think? Okay, I'll try this one on you. Man walks into a shop, says, "I'd like to buy a wasp, please." And the shopkeeper says, "Wasp? We don't sell wasps." And the man says, "Well, you got one in the window." Ta-da! That's my favourite joke, Wendy. What do you reckon? Career in stand-up comedy? No, I thought not. Carol Howells, another I'm a Celeb section. Will you be watching I'm a Celeb? You bet. Loved watching in the jungle. Well, I thought we were an interesting bunch, and it was definitely an interesting watch, ups and downs and all that kind of stuff. It's a bit too cushy, this one, definitely. Urgent question. This is from Emma Nash. Hello. What materials can I use without leaving my house to make myself a child impenetrable space during COVID plus isolation with 4 kids? Please spend patience and wine. Child impenetrable. Lego. That's probably not going to work, is it? Massive Lego. Duplo. No? Fast growing spiky plants that you can plant in a kind of like a hedgerow thing somewhere in the land. No? Oh well. I hope you've got to sort yourself out. I'll send some wine. Where do you live? I'll bring it around. Oh, I can't. I'll bring it around, leave it on the step. There's a mystery deliverer of wine. There was this lovely thing, I don't know if you heard about it though, this lovely random acts of kindness thing, people leaving flowers on benches with little notes saying, if you discover these, they are for you. Have a bunch of flowers just because. And it's like, what a lovely thing that is. If only the world was like that all the time. Why don't we alter it to bottles of wine? How good would that be? Here, have this bottle of wine, you deserve it. Okay, yippee. Whoa. Awesome. Cursed. Really deep, important stuff here. Do crumpets have crusts? Well, yeah, sure. I mean, isn't it the opposite side to where the holes are? Is this like a conversation you've had at a dinner party where people are debating this? Do you have friends who don't think crumpets have crusts even? Danny Clary. Hello, Danny. We have a long drive that leads to the back garden. Would you put an extension on the kitchen to shorten the drive, as the kitchen we have now is quite small? It's small, but we're happy. But we can't go wrong with a bigger kitchen if we can extend at the right price. Well, you know what? I think most people would go for a bigger kitchen than a longer drive or a long drive. So as long as it doesn't, well, it depends. Right, if you're just doing it for you, do you want more space? If you do, then do it. If you're doing it for an investment, then you can be quite happy in the kitchen as it is, but you might think, well, actually, it's going to cost us 25 grand to do the kitchen, but it's going to add 50 grand to the house. So you might make that financial decision. So it's all about why you're doing it and what your intentions are for the house. Insert witty name here. Hello. Morning, Martin. Morning, insert witty name here. What would be your dream 3-course meal and a comforting company beverage? You know what? My dream meal has not changed that much since I was a young lad. And I don't know what it was like when you were small, but we only used to go out for meals in a restaurant for birthdays and significant events. It wasn't like, popping down to pizza every 5 minutes or, going out as the kids and we did that. It's like, it was a real event, right? It was mum's birthday or dad's birthday or their anniversary or my birthday. And so I didn't go enough times to get bored of the same meal, which was avocado prawn, steak and chips and black forest gatto. So I've refined it slightly. My first course would be camembert, dipping camembert, that runny cheese that you dunk sort of hot fresh bread into. Steak, a really nice fillet steak, medium rare with a lovely béarnaise sauce or possibly peppercorn sauce with triple cooked chips and onion rings. And then for dessert, maybe black forest gatto still, yeah, or chocolate cheesecake or chocolate trifle. Love trifle. Such a British thing, you don't get anywhere else in the world, I don't think. Trifle. Morning, Martin. Hello, Sharon. You watch it strictly? Yeah. If so, do you have any favourites? Well, I have to say, I haven't watched it for a few weeks, so this could be out of date. But Bill Bailey, I thought was amazing, right? He might still be in. Love Bill. I met him a few times. Nice guy, great guy. Very funny if you get to see him in concert. Absolutely hysterical. But I think he's surprised a lot of people, hasn't he? He's done amazingly well. So, yeah, I don't know if he's got what it takes to... Well, I don't know what it takes. He's got... If he will be the winner. But I think he's doing brilliant. Adam. Hello, Adam. Hey, Martin, how's life? I love the idea of a post-watershed Homes Under the Hammer. Will you ever try to get it commissioned? This is something we did last week. Right, I talked about an 18 version of Homes Under the Hammer. They got a lot of interest. Bit rude, some of it. But, yeah, very funny. I'll put it to them. Very, very funny. Claire Kennedy. Hello, Claire. If you were a first-time buyer, would you buy now or wait? My cousin is eager for advice. Thank you, Martin. Well, you know what? There's a thing called analysis paralysis. You can spend your whole life waiting for exactly the right moment. If you find something that's right for you and you can afford it and don't get yourself in any kind of financial difficulties buying it, then just live it and do it. And don't worry too much. Just otherwise you just spend your life going, is this the right time? Is this the right time? I don't know, is this the right time? Gemstar7. Hello, Gem. Morning, Martin. Bit of an odd one, but my 9-year-old son would like to know if you've ever been into a house on Homes Under the Hammer which is in such a state of disrepair that it has plants growing out of it. Absolutely. Normally coming into the toilet, normally ivy. And it makes the house very, very spooky. We went to a haunted-ish house and it had ivy come into the toilet and it's blah, 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 blah. Not very good at all. Oh, this is interesting. Frag Daddy. Hello, Frag Daddy. Hi, I watch from America. Hi there. And I'm confused when you guys talk about lease extensions. What happens if the lease expires? Do all properties have leases? I'm used to stuff like annual property tax, but once you pay off your... Why am I doing this in an American accent? Well, because it's for American. But once you pay off your mortgage, you own the place. Okay, got it. Well, I think, yeah, Frag. So, Frag Daddy, leases, in the UK, there's this thing called a lease, where you own the right to inhabit that property for a certain amount of time. It's like a very long rental agreement. It could be 999 years though, so you know you could pass it on to the people below you and blah 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 blah. But you never actually own the actual land or the house itself. You're just borrowing the right to live in it. Freehold is the alternative, of course, where you own the land and the property, so the property and the land it sits on. Most people prefer that if possible, but things like flats tend to be leasehold, and yeah, that's the way it works. It's just another way, another style of property. Hi there. What car do you currently have? I have a Volvo. And what car would you, XC90, and what car, actually you said that, I read further down the question. And what car would you have if money was no object? I have it down as a Volvo driver, or maybe a Mercedes. Why is that? What do I do this makes me a Volvo driver? Right, what is it? Do you think I'm a Volvo driver? My dad had a Volvo, and he always wanted a Volvo. He didn't have one for years, and eventually he saved up enough money and he got himself a Volvo. Happy days. So I guess I've always aspired to a Volvo, and so actually I've had loads of Volvos and they're great. They're great family cars, they're great dog cars. Money was no object, I would probably go for either a Lamborghini Countach, very smart and very expensive, or a Gullwing Mercedes. Yeah, classic Gullwing Mercedes. I like things with doors that open in weird ways. I think that would be good. Or a James Bond Aston Martin DB5 with all the refinements. Underpants Beefburger, hello. Martin, are you religious? I am indeed. If not, would you pretend to be if Songs of Praise presenting gig became available? Well, I am religious, so it wouldn't be a problem. Songs of Praise, I don't think I'll get it. I think Alid is probably much better qualified. Okay, Doreen Stratford. Final question. How much would a buyer save on a £1.3 million house with stamp duty holiday, please, Martin? Well, the maximum you're going to save is £15,000, no matter how expensive the house is. Depending on if you're a second-time buyer, in which case you still have to pay money from the start, but you'd still save on the stamp duty, the traditional stamp duty, up to £500,000, which amounts to £15,000. So it's definitely worth doing, even if it's £1.3 million house. So there you go. Those are your questions. Don't forget, you can ask me more questions on Ask Martin Monday, hashtag Ask Martin Monday, on Twitter at TBMartinRoberts. Make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will be back with more of this stuff next time.